Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekend Review. So we're going to start the weekend review where we're going to talk about the Betfair hurdle and Ballyandy. So we put him up at around 92, 5 to 1, and he put it up good way clear with move at the time. So he's gone back into reckoning for the Supreme Novice and he's gone from 33s into 8s. He'll have to prove again to have a shout on it, but he should run a good race. He's form at the track, but on all known hurdle form he'll have to improve again. So move at the times was second in that with him. He's due to go up £8-9. He's a rapid improver, so keep an eye out for what he's going to run, and he could still get into a handicap, so I'll keep an eye out for that and I'll update you on that. So the next one I want to talk about is Nature River. He done what we expected him to do. Jumped well, jumped in the front, put it to bed 2 out. Everyone expected him to do that. Saying that he went off second favourite, but he's only shortened in a half a point to 4 to 1 with Paddy Power. So everyone seems to be leaning towards him instead of Tissercrack. But I still think if Tissercrack turns up and it's good ground, I still think Tissercrack is the horse to beat in the Gold Cup. So on to the next one, and it's Altior. This horse was very, very, very impressive with his jumping against the Elders, and I think it's unbeatable at Cheltenham. I think he's himself and Duvan are the two certainties at Cheltenham, barring accidents. So the last 3 jumps were spectacular. He took off from outside the wings and took length upon length out of him, and he done it very easily against good seasoned horses. The next Queen Mother Champion Chase winner and Fox Norton second favourite for this year's, and he made it look like average horses. So he's living up to what everyone thought he was going to be, a superstar, and he is a superstar so far anyway. So next I want to talk about a horse that's been improved. He's had to win his last 7 races. That's To Be Fair. He has the mould of this year's Hunt Ball, who's just shot up the weights. He's gone up about 4.5 stone since October, and he's been installed for the county hurdle. He's 20 to 1 favourite now for the county hurdle, and he's just one of these horses that always just seems to do enough, so no one really knows how good this horse can be. And at 12 to 1, that's still a fair price for the county hurdle, because I think he'll shorten come today. He'll 8-6 to 1. I think the money will come from because he get in off a low weight, I'd say. And then off to Warwick, where we also put up Flying Angel as our outside. I put him up at 11 to 1. He was backed into 7 to 2, and he won in gritty fashion. The jumping wasn't great, but he got there in the end. He jumped the last and went off well. If he gets his act together, he's very, very talented. He went close in I think it was an Imperial Cup last year. Off the top of my head now, I can't remember. I remember him going close in a top handicap hurdle at the end of last season. So if he gets his act together over fences, he still could be well handicapped over fences compared to his hurdle mark. So I'm going to check on that and see what mark he's had to get now after that. So that's Saturday's review. So it's Ballyandy's had to put his name back into the Supreme Novice. Move at the Times could be heading there as well if they decide not to bring Charlie Parks. And Nature River cemented his place as a Gold Cup horse, which we all probably knew. Altior just also proved that he's going to be probably one of the top class chasers we have ever seen, along with Duvan and Sprinter Sacra. And the fairy tale story, To Be Fair, could win county hurdle. They thought they bought a point-to-point horse and they ended up being a Cheltenham horse. So that's Saturday out of the way, and now I'm going to start with Sundays and Leopardstown's Irish Gold Cup Day. So we start with our first pick that day. It was Mega Fortune. Put him up at 7 to 1, backed into 9 to 2, and Julio Blight, I think he won it very well. Good staying performance, and you need to stay to win a Triumph hurdle at Cheltenham. So the cheek piece helped him a lot, and the change of tactics, sticking him out front. So I think he's going to be up at the pace at Cheltenham, and he's now a 6-1 chance from 20s for the Triumph. He's the best in the Irish, and I think he's the best in the Irish by far. If you've seen the lengths between, he was 3 lengths in front of back home, and then they were a good 7-8 lengths in front of the Jigginstown horse, and he was another 8-9 lengths in front of the rest. So I say himself and Land of Hope and Glory are the best of the Irish bunch going over there. So I'll be back at him for the Triumph, even though I'm not a big fan of the race, because God only knows what could improve leaps and bounds for a run or spring round. So yeah, Mega Fortune heading straight to Cheltenham now. Chief needs to stay on. He's going to be up at the pace, and I can go close, I'd say. And now I want to get on to McCarty. I think he was second or third in last year's champion bumper, and he's finally fulfilling a bit of promise that he's shown. He was ridden by Patrick Munnins yesterday, and it was a good stay performance again. Jumped the second last, went up the inside, looked like he was coming with a challenge, jumped the last, and off he went. Come round the bend, bunk off early, looked like he was going to run away, and he came swinging on a rival. In fairness now, we kept battling to the line, but I think they stepped down the trip. Supreme Novice Hurdle, he could have a say in that, because he was a very strong traveller on that, and he did battle, and he battled well off the bridle. So keep an eye on bunk off early. He's 10-1 now for the Supreme from 16s. So he wasn't owned fancy for it, so he's just after being clipped in now, so they're not taking any chances. And I'd say Paul Townley could be on him again with Ruby, siding with Mellon, I'd say. Next, I want to get on to the chases. First off, our Duke, our pick, he finished second to Disco, and it was a good performance, jumped so much better than his last race, and just beaten by the trip on the day. He's a 3-mile horse, he was flying at the finish. If he jumped the last, Robbie Pillar reckons he would have got up. Sure, they're there to be jumped, and we're just out of luck with that one. But no, me said Disco was going straight to Cheltenham, and either the 2.5 mile or 3 mile novice chase is going to go for. And now on to the Irish Gold Cup itself. So we put up Sizen John at 7-1, and this was my bet of the weekend. He was finally run over a trip that I thought he should have ran over since he left Henry the Ramheads. On Collateral Farm, he'd be the best horse in training in Ireland if Doohan wasn't around. He was second 7 times to him, and he always looked to steer. He was nearly always the first one off the bridle, and he was running on at the finish every single time. So I was happy with the way he done it. He looked like he stayed with no problem whatsoever, and he has a shout in the Gold Cup now. Better ground, the extra 2 foreigners, I think it'd be no problem for him. So he's been clipped in from 25-1 into 12-1. I think it's a good each way bet now. I'll definitely be backing him anyway. I just have a thing for the horse. He is a class horse. He could be the Irish Tissacrack, running over 2 miles his whole life now. Hitting 3 miles, he could find a stone and a half an improvement. And if he finds that, he's going to be bang there at the end. Yeah, so Sizen John I thought was the best performance, the best performance in the best race of the weekend. So he'll definitely have a say in the Gold Cup at Cheltenham. Next we're going to go on to the Fox Hunters, and it's return of the best Fox Hunters chase in Ireland on the Fringe. He finished second to a race fit Fox Rock. It was a very good performance for his first race back, considering how bad it was last year. In the same race, he finished 8th or 9th last year, and he came around the bend this year looking like he was going to win, but it looked like Fox Rock was just idling in the front and needed a bit of company. and the second on the finish got to him, he took off again. But it was a very good warm-up race for his defence of the Fox Hunters at Cheltenham. So the talent is still there, there don't seem to be any aging in the legs, so he's going to give up a good performance to keep hold of his crown. He's still 3-1 favourite with Wonderful Charm, 72 second favourite, and Ask the Weatherman 5-1, and then it's 12-1 bar. So according to the bookies, it's a 3-horse race, and it could end up being a good race. So close to the time, we're going to have a look through all that. Just one other that ran on a Sunday, Finian's Oscar, and Colin Tizard's horse. He's the favourite for the Neptune. He was 1-16 on or something stupid like that. He done what he was suspected. He jumped around, he canted around, and he put the race to bed. We learned absolutely nothing from that, so I thought now, it was an alright performance. I thought he would have pulled away even quicker for a better blowout. But he didn't, and that's that. He'll go straight to the Neptune now with a chance, but he won't be the one I'd pick out of that race. Yeah, so actually we were meant to do the Cheltenham previews. We actually did the Cheltenham previews last week, but due to everything that happened over the weekend, we're actually going to redo them in the next week or two. So I'll have up on the page when we're doing it and when it's going to go up. So also another thing, on Saturday at around 12:15, I'm going to up to Gorn Park for the Red Mills Cheltenham Trials Day, and I'm going to have a Facebook Live video session to go through the card just before the racing goes off. I'm going up with two of the lads, Dave and Mead, so the three of us will go through the card, and sure, look, we'll see if we find a few winners and have a bit of crack up there. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put that up on the page as well, so it's going to be about 12:15 on Saturday. We're going to be doing that on a Facebook page. So I'll remind you all close to the time anyway. So that's the weekend review done and dusted. So again, thanks for watching, lads, and give us a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you again on Friday for the rapid weekend tips.